go get some time for this Wildcat team. The Wildcats wearing their white uniforms, trimmed in gold and blue, will start the offense. They get the tip, but try to get a quick strike to Nick Nielsen, a turnover. That's the first for the Wildcats. Tribal has the ball. He'll dribble to his right. He's at the top of the key, picks up his dribble. Now he finds Alex Davis with the ball. Now back to Tribal in the far corner. Webster City going from right to left. Ethan Barnes has the ball. 22 free feet from the basket. Tribal with it. Finds Alex Davis. He dribbles inside the lane. Bounce pass inside, and a missed shot goes from Ryan Van de Zand. He couldn't hit the shot. Got a good look at it. Joe Bowen, 18 feet from the basket on the baseline, gets it down inside to Matt Birdie, and he's fouled down low.
Well, size is going to favor Humboldt here tonight, as Webster City cannot match up. Joe Bowen should have his way in the paint. The question is going to be, can we keep the Lynx from running the court, get him into a half-court game? We got a nice shot at beating them.
Pass goes to Nick Nielsen off the inbounds play, dribbles to the left in the lane, finds Joe Bowen on the baseline. He hit the shot from the left side. Joe Bowen's got two, and the Wildcats up 2-0 early.
I must be omnipotent. Joe Bowen's going to have his way down there. No doubt about it. The Lynx cannot match up with Joe. The question is going to be on the other end. Can we hold him down offensively?
Coach Davis said they've got to stop Joe Bowen and Nick Nielsen if they want to win this ball game. Wildcats on top, and Alex Davis lost it out of bounds. Went off his fingertips. A turnover for the Lynx. That's their first.
Well, for this one, their big three, Ethan Barnes and Carl Peterson, are good role players. They're in there primarily for defense, but the scorers are Tribal, Biggins, and Davis.
That Birdie lob pass inside for Joe Bowen. It was tipped out of bounds, Sean Biggins. So the Wildcats battle for it, and Matt Birdie comes up with a loose ball in the bucket. It's 4-0 early, Cats.
Nice to see Nick Batson taking the shot from behind the arc when he's open. Last few games, he's been a little reluctant to do that. Good to see him come out firing.
Well, the last game he did have 2 threes early on in the ball game, and it was good to see him because out game, but then the second half didn't quite go in his favor. And you're right, he's an excellent three-point shooter. Gotta love to see him take some of those open looks. With the ball is Van de Zand. He's at the left elbow. Gets it to Davis. He'll back up, start the offense again for the Lynx. Just under 6 to play in the first quarter. Cats with a lead 4-0. Davis with the ball, thought about the shot. Now he's in the lane, dribbles to his right, has nowhere to go, kicks it outside for Tribal. Tribal with the ball to Van de Zand in the far corner. Van de Zand picks up his dribble. Back to Tribal. Lynx having some troubles right now against this man-to-man defense by the Wildcats, doing a nice job defensively. Alex Davis with the ball, dribbles to his right. He'll start the offense in the far corner to Biggins. He's got the ball, now to his left. Biggins will pull up from 18, and he hit it off the window. Not exactly what he was looking for, but he got the bucket, and the Cats up 4-2.
Well, it was a nice defensive stand there by Humboldt, forcing Webster City into a half-court game, and they do that. The Lynx will not come out on top.
Joe Bowen had it stripped from him and right in the hands of Matt Birdie. He put it up off the window. He's got 4 points. Cats up 6-2. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lynx have the ball, and Davis was looking for Biggins to cut to the basket. Lynx come out full court, man-to-man press. Madsen will dribble it up for the Cats. Looking off a screen from Nick Nielsen, and he dribbles across the 10-second line. Nearly stepped on the near sideline. Nick Nielsen's got the ball on the left elbow, kicks it outside for Matt Birdie. He'll take the 3, missed it short. Battling for it is Tim Westrom, the 6'2 junior. He averages 4.5 a game. Cats in a full court man-to-man press. They're up 6-2, 4:35 to go in the first quarter. Tribal, the point guard, dribbles across the 10-second line, starts the offense to Alex Davis. Now he's got it to Ethan Barnes, back to Tribal. Thought about the shot from the near corner. He'll pass it up to Alex Davis. He'll take it from 18. He can't hit, but an offensive rebound goes to Ryan Van de Zand. Now on the deck is Davis, and he lost the ball. A turnover, that's number 3 for Webster City. Madsen, a nice bounce pass for Joe Bowen, and he hit it from the left side. Bowen's got 4 points, and it's an 8-2 advantage for the Wildcats.
Way to execute the break by Nick Madsen, 3-on-2, and good job getting it to Bowen.
Shot goes up, and it's a 2 ball. His toe was on the line. That's Tim Westrom hit it. I was looking right at it. One official thought it was a 3. The other one corrected him. Good call. 8-4. Humboldt on top of Webster City early. 3:50 to go in the first quarter. Lynx looking for a half-court time on the court this season. Some much-needed depth added with those two. Joe Bowen at the right elbow, dribbles to a left. One shot, pull up in the lane, no good. Battled for it, and Gould couldn't come up with it. And Webster City gets the ball. Tribal's got it. His team down by 4. 3.5 to play in the first quarter. The ball, Tim Western. Bounce pass starts to Van de Zandt. Now to Tribal in the near corner. He passed up the shot. Gets an open look off the window. Good looking shot by Nate Tribal.
And that's Nate Tribal's game right there. He's going to get you in the air and make you commit to that long ball. Then he's going to take it on the court and stop for that little 5-6 footer.
Yeah, I like that shot off the window. Now all alone underneath is Tanner Gould. He gets on the board for the first time, and it's 10-6. Humboldt on top. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Alex Davis starts the offense to Carl Peterson. He's got the ball in the left wing. Back to Davis in the near corner. He's guarded by Nick Madsen. Man-to-man defense by the Wildcats. Tribal's got it, 25 feet from the basket. Now to Peterson on the left elbow, looking for Tribal to cut in the lane. Bounce pass goes from the baseline. A three ball goes up from the far corner. Alex Davis hits it. Good looking shot by Alex Davis. That's why he's a 40% three-point shooter, because he can knock it down the open look. Nick Nielsen pulls up to the free throw line. He hits it off the window. Nielsen gets on the board for the first time. Cats on top by 3.
Well, there's that patented 12-footer off the glass, the one we call money from Nick Nielsen. Nicely done.
2:25 to play in the first quarter. And Peterson nearly lost it. Now gets it back. Gets it to Westrum. Tribal will take it from the top of the key, and that one rimming off the front. Nick Nielsen rips down the rebound. Madsen's got the ball for the Wildcats. They'll slow it up. 12-9. They're on top big by 3. 2:05 to go in the first quarter.
Side Humberg off the window, couldn't get the shot. Birdie comes over the loose ball. Offensive rebound put back good for Matt Birdie. He's got 6. 14-9. Humboldt on top of Webster City. Tribal with it, dribbles baseline, tries to draw the contact, make the shot, no call,
but a good looking shot by Nate Tribal, given 4. 1:45, Cats trying to run the ball. Birdie, a right-handed layup from the left side, good. Matt Birdie's got 8, and a very quick game. I like the pace so far for both of these teams.
Well, Matt Birdie pulling it here tonight with 8 points, doing some nice job down on the offensive end as well as the defensive end. The question's going to be the depth. Who can continue this pace for the longest is one that's going to come out on top.
Tribal took a shot, missed it. Now all alone under the basket. A long rebound went outside to Westrum. Then he found Ethan Barnes underneath for his first bucket at 16-13. Humboldt has the lead. 1:12 to play. A foul called on the ball. Nick Nielsen dribbled across the 10-second line. Barnes picked for Nick Nielsen coming off the screen. Nielsen 18 feet from the basket, passes it up, has it on the left wing. We'll start the offense to Gould. Gould to Birdie on the right wing now. Perimeter passing. Lindquist has the ball. Top of the key. Gould with it on the left wing. Gould guarded by Westrum. Starts it to Nick Nielsen. Nielsen penetrates. Kicks it back outside for Lindquist on the right wing. He's looking down inside. Can't find Gould down there. Lindquist now kicks it to Humberg. Back to Lindquist. 44 seconds to go in the first quarter. Cats on top by 3. Now inside to Gould. Gould tried to kick it back outside for Birdie. It was tipped across half court. Birdie recovers. 35 seconds. Lindquist with it. The lefty will take it from the far corner. He hits it. Brent Lindquist hits the big 3. It's 19-13. Wildcats with the 6-point advantage.
Well, Nate Tribal just learned a lesson right there. Don't back off Lindquist, because Lindquist will take that shot. He's a dynamite three-point shooter.
15 seconds left to play in the first. Tribal's got the ball. Works to his right side. He's got Westrum in the far corner. 10 seconds. Good pressure defense by Gould. Tribal with it. Dribbles to his right on the baseline and a foul called. Alex Davis with it. 4 seconds left. It's Nate Tribal. Tribal picks up the foul.
That's hammered.
1 second left to go. Tribal hits his first in the first quarter. Second free throw coming for Nate Tribal. Hit that one too. 6 points for Tribal. 1 second and a shot goes up from half court. Birdie almost hits it off the front iron, and that'll do it for the first quarter. A very quick paced first quarter, and the Wildcats on top 19-15. We're back at 60 with more Wildcats. Got a good ball game in Humboldt, Iowa, in game number 2 of our doubleheader. The Wildcats on top of Webster City, 19-15. Start of the second quarter, Webster City's got the ball. Alex Davis across the timeline, tries to start the pass to Nate Tribal. The Lynx have the ball on the near sideline. Peterson inbound the ball. He's got Tribal right around half court. 7:45 to go in the first half. Webster City down by 4. Alex Davis with the ball, starts the offense. And a kick ball. Carl Peterson's got it. He'll start the offense, give it to Davis, and he'll start it for Webster City. Guarded by Madsen, full court, man-to-man rather, nearby the Wildcats. Davis, some fancy ball handling, gives it to Tribal. Tribal kicks it back outside for Davis. He puts up the 3, left wing, no good. Gould rips down the rebound. Good work by Gould on the defensive glass to get the board. 19-15, Cats have the ball and the lead. Madsen will take it, and he hits it from the left wing. Nick Madsen, his third 3 in the last couple of ball games goes. Cats are up 22 to 15. 7:05 to go in the first half. Tribal with it, and he's looking to get the ball to Barn before Cutter may be coming out, and just a little not quite on the same page. A fourth turnover for Webster City.
Little zigging when they should have been zagging.
Exactly. Thank you. Appreciate it. Brent Lindquist on the left wing to Tom Binkin on the right wing now. Joe Bowen with it, and Nick Madsen. Madsen working against Tribal. Man-to-man defense for Webster City. Bowen in the lane, got it stripped. Gould tried to keep it alive, and does. Tips it out of bounds, though. Good work by Tanner.
Ball there for a little bit, but out of bounds it goes. But I agree with you. Like to see Tanner down there. He's very active, wanting to get into the flow of the game, and he's a very talented guy. You're not going to keep him on the bench long.
22 to 15. Humboldt on top. Almost come up with a steal. Tribal controls it for Webster City. 6:20 to go in the first half. Webster City down by 7. With the ball, Brandon Roberts. Now he finds Nate Tribal all alone in the far corner. He hits the 3. Can't leave him open from 3. He hits it. He's got 9 points in this ball game to lead all scorers.
Yeah, for Webster City, you know, Alex Davis is the big three-point guy, 40% from behind the arc, but I'm telling you what, the most dangerous one on the court for them is Nate Tribal.
Nick Madsen on the left side, a jump stop and a bucket from the left side. He's got 5. Now Webster City trying to run the floor by Joe Bowen, but maybe a little too much contact. A good block as far as getting a hand on the ball. That's his Gould, Binkin, and Nick Madsen. He's got the ball right now off the made free throw. Peterson goes 2 of 2. It's 24 to 20. Cats on top. Nielsen in the far corner's got the ball, working against Carl Peterson. He'll pull up, missed the shot. Binkin tried to follow. Now Gould gets the rebound. He can't hit it. Another offensive rebound now tipped out of bounds by Humboldt. And Hornets said we missed a lot of easy shots. Now granted, none of those were really easy, but still down low close to the bucket. Some decent looks, just couldn't finish. 24-20. Cats on top, 5:25 to go in the first half. Nick Madsen comes up with a steal. Peterson drove in the lane, tried to get it outside. Now on the other end of the lane,
looky there.
Other side, Humboldt with a right layup. Went from the left side, took a dribble, avoided some contact, got a bucket. It's 26-20, Humboldt. 5:05 to go in the first half. Alex Davis starts the offense to the right side of Tim Western. Now bounce pass inside for Davis, missed the shot long. Humboldt rips down the rebound. Binkin to the Cats, want to run. Binkin across the timeline, now he'll slow it up, doesn't have the numbers. Madsen with it. His team has a 6-point lead, 4:45 to go in the first half. Nick Nielsen with it, pounds the ball on the floor, guarded by Peterson. Man-to-man defense by Webster City. Nielsen, he's going to pull up just inside the arc, and he hit it. Boy, that shot by Nick Nielsen is pretty. 4 points for the senior.
Boy, can Nick elevate. Holy smokes.
28-20. 4.5 to play in the second quarter. Peterson's got it on the right wing, guarded by Nick Nielsen. Just made that shot. Now inside it goes to Davis. He kicks it outside. A wide open 3 for Tim Westrom. He doesn't hit. Nielsen skies for the board. Tips it right to, that's Brandon Roberts who gets the follow. Roberts on the board for the first time. And it's the Wildcats on top, 28-22. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Been a very quick-paced game so far. Now a foul called. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Apologize.
That ranks right up there with he poked him in the belly.
Nick Nielsen off the inbounds play. Now to Matt Birdie. A long bounce pass goes to Madsen. He'll take it to the left side. Missed it to the right. Birdie comes up with a rebound. They've got a 6-point lead to the Wildcats with 3:45 to go in the first half. Humboldt with it in the far corner. Cats going from left to right. Birdie with it at the top of the key. Perimeter passing, looking down low. Madsen finds Joe Bowen at the free throw line. He'll kick it outside for Nielsen to Birdie in the far corner. Good teamwork, good ball movement by the Wildcats right now. Birdie with it on the right elbow. Spin move inside, blocked from behind, but a foul playing in this ball game. Missed the first free throw. Second free throw coming for Matt Birdie, who missed it long. Nielsen keeps it alive off the backboard, and Davis comes up with a loose ball. 28-22, Webster City looking to run the ball. Davis has it. Perimeter passing to Van de Zan. Back to Peterson, and now to Sean Biggins. Biggins dribbles to the right side. He's at the right wing. Now to Alex Davis. Kind of a 3-man weave out front by the perimeter guards. Peterson with it, dribbles to the right. A handoff to Sean Biggins, working to his left. The Wildcats see it coming too. They know that they're going to try this weave. Alex Davis has it. They'll start it to Van de Zan. 28-22. Biggins passed up a shot. He'll pull up from 6 in the lane. Birdie rips down the rebound and fouled from behind. Brandon
dribbles out. They really don't have anybody to pick up and move and dribble that ball.
28-22. The Wildcats have the ball and the lead. 2:35 to go in the first half. Nick Nielsen went up and maybe got a little contact, no call, missed the layup on the baseline. Tribal with it, pushes the ball up the court for Webster City. Peterson in the far corner, out of Biggins on the right wing. Working against the 2-3 zone by the Wildcats now. They mix up the defense quite a bit in their ball games and create some problems for the opponent's offense. Tribal with it. He's got it on the left wing. 2:05 to go in the first half. Tribal will kick it back outside. Out of Peterson. Peterson to Van de Zan. Back to Tribal in the left wing. Dribbles to his left. Now he'll take it back outside. Picks up his dribble. Long bounce pass goes over to Sean Biggins. He's got on the right wing. Working against a 2-3 zone. The Wildcats slowing up this Webster City team. Not sure what to do offensively. Webster City looked a little rough. Now a shot goes up off the windows, and I should just be quiet. Because just as I'm saying how good the defense is, wide open Ethan Barnes underneath, he's got 4.
Well, Webster City that time sucked everybody out because they were playing high on the perimeter game, and Barnes snuck in back door. Nice job by Tribal to find him.
28-24, Matt Birdie off the inbounds play. The entry pass from Nick Matson hits it up off the window. Birdie with 10 points. Now Biggins passes up the shot, kicks it outside. He's got it back at the top of the key. He'll take the 3 ball. That one's short. Nick Nielsen skies for the board. 60 seconds to go in the first half. 30-24, Cats on top. Nielsen on the right elbow. Picks up his dribble. Now Nick Matson. He'll take it from the left wing, and he hits. Nick Matson, his second 3 of the ball game. He's got 8.
And like to see Nick Matson still pulling the trigger. He's missed a couple, but by golly, keep shooting them because he's too good not to. 33-24.
Matson puts him up by 9. The lob pass goes to Tribal. He'll take it on the right wing, and he misses it short. Bowen skies for the board. 35 seconds. Long outlet pass goes to Nick Matson, and he avoids the defense. Put up the shot, but they're going to say he walked with it. Since the very first possession of the ball game, the Wildcats turned it over once. They haven't had a turnover until just now. That's their second. Having a solid game as far as turnovers go. 33-24, Webster City's got the ball. They're down by 9. Start the offense across the 10-second line. 20 seconds, they try to get it inside. A kick ball by Matt Birdie. This lead going into the break. Long pass goes to Tribal off the inbounds play. 18 seconds, he's guarded by Nick Madsen. Wildcats in a 2-3 zone. The ball, Sean Biggins on the left wing. 10 seconds left to go. Biggins picks up his dribble. Pass goes to Van de Zan. Now 4 seconds. Biggins with it. 30 feet from the basket. They're not going to get a shot off. Biggins finally does it, and he missed it. Not a good look for Sean Biggins in Webster City. Not a good way to end the half. Wildcats.
Nick Matson's the other one they left off the books as well, because Nick is having a good night tonight, and I like to see the fact that he's pulling the trigger from behind the arc.
Webster City trying to get a half-court trap. Matson thought about the shot. Instead, he'll give it up. Nielsen's got it in the near corner. Cats going from right to left here in the second half. They're up by 9, 33-24, just underway in the third quarter. Nielsen, 30 feet from the basket, starts it on the left side to Tom Benkin to Nick Matson. Matson looking down low, and it's tipped out of bounds. Good job by Ethan Barnes to get it around Matt Birdie. To do the honors for the Wildcats. Nick Nielsen elevates, can't hit the shot. Rebound goes down to Alex Davis. Webster City wants to run it. Alex Davis has the ball in the near corner. He'll take the 3 ball, and that one rimming off. Hung on the rim. Joe Bowen comes up with a rebound. 33-24. Cats across the 10-second line. Nick Madsen. Pass goes to Nick Nielsen to start the offense on the right wing. Bounce pass inside from Joe Bowen to Matt Birdie. Missed the shot, but a lot of contact down low. Nate Tribal will get whistled for the foul.
Yeah, Nate Tribal slid in there. He thought he had position and was going to draw the charge. Matter of fact, Nate was on his way back up the court when the official said, no. Matt's going to the line to shoot a pair. You're going to get called for the block.
Good looking pass from Joe Bowen. He was at the free throw line, then saw that Matt Birdie had the position down low. He hits that one.
Just one shot for Webster City, and outlet pass, and away goes Humboldt, so you got to like to see that.
Second free throw also good for Matt Birdie. He's 2 of 4. He's got 12 points. 35-24. Wildcats have their biggest lead. Nate Tribal in the far corner. Kicks it to Peterson on the left wing. He dribbles inside, now kicks it outside to Nate Tribal again in the far corner. And a whistle away. This Wildcat defense causing some problems for them. So yeah, you've got to have a lot of quick passing going on when you're playing against the zone, and you've got to try to get it inside, break that zone down. Skip pass goes to Peterson. He's got on the right wing, picks up his dribble, and a foul. 35-24, Cats on top, 6.5 to go in the third quarter. Nick Madsen across the 10-second line. He got it stolen away, but a foul.
With Nate Tribal and didn't see Alex Davis coming the other way.
Madsen across the 10-second line. He's guarded by Tribal. Good pass to Nick Nielsen from Matt Birdie. Elevates, can't hit the shot. Double team down low. Ethan Barnes comes up with a board. Now on the other end of the floor, it's Peterson. Now to Nate Tribal. Might have shuffled his feet. No call. Skip pass. Tipped around. Alex Davis gets the loose ball. Now on the far corner. And again, a 1-3-1 zone by the Wildcats. Nate Tribal with it. Back to Davis. Now a long pass goes inside for Carl Peterson. He's going to kick it outside for Tribal. He'll take the three from the right wing. He hits it. Good looking shot by Nate Tribal. He picks up where he left off. He's got 12, and it's an 8-point lead for the Wildcats. 35-27, 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Birdie's got the ball. Down inside for Tom Binkin. Missed the shot. A foul called against conference opponent Webster City. Binkin with the ball. Now Nick Nielsen thought about the shot from 18. Passed it up to Nick Madsen. Back to Binkin. Joe Bowen with it on the left elbow. Now to Nick Nielsen on the right wing. Thinking about the shot. Now dribbles baseline. Double team. Nowhere to go. Kicks it back outside for Birdie. Now down inside on the low block is Joe Bowen. Finds Tom Binkin. Wasn't ready for it. Alex Davis comes up with a steal. Wildcats commit their fourth turnover. Tribal with it. Quick passing to Carl Peterson. Over to Barnes. Barnes tried to get it inside and nowhere to go. Two Wildcat defenders come up with a steal, and they force the seventh turnover on Webster City. 35-27, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tribal comes up with a steal, picks Nick Madsen's pocket. Good work by Tribal. You got to like the defensive intensity. I think it's picked up a bit from Webster City. Three ball goes up from the left wing. No good. Just missing is Alex Davis, and Bowen comes up with a loose ball.
Oh, they're going to whistle Nick Madsen.
Madsen.
Well, see, they call that a flop in football on the punter. That's kind of what Nate did there.
Pretty much. 4:35 to go in the third quarter. Peterson, a right-handed hook shot, missing short, goes straight in the lap of Joe Bowen. 35-27, 4.5 to go in the third. Nick Madsen across the 10-second line. Starts the offense to Nick Nielsen, back to Madsen. Quick pass goes to Binkin on the right wing. Back to Nick Madsen. Thought about the shot, passed it up to Nielsen. He dribbles right. He'll pull up from the left elbow, and he hits off the glass. That's the second one he's hit from 12 feet off the window.
Peterson with a hand in his face, and he sunk it anyway.
Now a two ball goes up from 12 on the baseline. Nice looking shot by Tim Westrom. He's got 4. It's 37-29. Madsen dribbles across the 10-second line. Webster City looking for a quick trap. Don't get it. Nick Nielsen in the lane. Hesitates, goes up, gets an easy 2. Nick Nielsen now with 8 points in the ballgame.
Alex Davis rotated over there for defensive side, weak side help, but he backed off at the last moment, got 3 fouls. That's what allowed Nick the trip to the bucket.
And that's what's tough when you have a guy in there with 3 fouls, especially early on in the second half. Probably not going to be real aggressive on the defensive end. Westrom on the right wing to Peterson. Peterson finds Tribal. Tribal in the lane. Tripped and fouled. Put up a shot. And they're going to say it was on the floor. Second team on the Wildcats. Peterson off the inbounds play. Fadeaway jumper in the lane. Can't hit it. Bowen skies for the board. A 10-point lead for the Wildcats. 3:15 to go in the third quarter. Nick Nielsen nearly lost it. Gets it right back. Strong with the ball. Left side is Nielsen. Again, lost his footing, almost lost it. Carl Peterson doing a nice job defensively on Nick. Madsen and the Wildcats will slow it up.
Peterson's got some quick hands, doesn't he?
Tanner Gould has checked into the ball game. He's got the ball. Now to Nielsen, over to Madsen. Thought about the shot, passed it up, looking down low. It's almost tipped away by Tribal. I like the defense from Webster City right now. Now inside the lane is Joe Bowen. Put up the shot, missed it. A walking.
Bent a little bit trying to sucker him up into the air, and then he went up into him. And that's what caused the drag of the pivot foot and the travel call.
39-29. That's on top, 2.5 to play. Webster City's got the ball. Alex Davis on the right side. Starts the offense to Brandon Roberts. Back to Davis. He'll take a 3 from the near corner. Just missing. Tanner Gould rips down the rebound over 3 Webster City defenders.
Here in the third period, but every time they do, Humboldt lengthens that lead back out to 10.
They're up by a 39-29 score. 2:05 to go in the third quarter. It's been a quick one so far. Nick Madsen at the top of the key, start the offense to Lindquist on the right wing. Back to Madsen on the top. To Nielsen on the left wing, to Tanner Gould, to Madsen. He'll take it just inside the arc. He missed it long. Nielsen skying for the rebound and a full court man-to-man defense. They'll stick Nick Nielsen on the point guard, Alex Davis. He dribbles right. Nick Nielsen has fallen quite a bit. I think the court might be a bit slick. Alex Davis with the ball. Drops it down inside, gets it right back in the near corner. Now he finds Carl Peterson on the baseline from 6. He hit it. Count it.
No.
Nick Nielsen. A little 3-point play. He gets it. He's 3 of 3 from the line tonight. Coming in is Sean Biggins for Webster City. Lindquist across the 10-second line to Nick Madsen. 90 seconds to go in the third. Madsen on the left side will start the offense. A bounce pass goes to Lindquist. Nearly lost it in the near corner, and he did. Turned it over. That's number 6 on Humboldt. Tribal almost turned it over. Could have got an over and back call, but no call, so Webster City's got the ball. Sean Biggins to Alex Davis. He's guarded by Matt Birdie. Davis starts it to Brandon Roberts on the right elbow. Down the near corner's Biggins to Tribal. He's working left side. Tribal kicks it outside. Now the ball on the deck. John Hill gets it. Kicks it outside for Davis. 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. Davis bounce past Nick Madsen with his back to the basket. Comes up with a steal.
Again, another miscommunication there with Webster City. Davis expected Tribal to go inside. He went outside. Pass hit Madsen in the back.
40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Matt Birdie's got it to Lindquist, to Nick Madsen. Madsen thought about the shot. 30 seconds. Wildcats like to hold for a final shot. A lot of times in this situation, I think that's what they're going to do. 25 seconds. They've got a 7-point lead. Nope. Bounce pass inside for Joe Bowen. Put it up off the window. He hit it. And they're going to say it was on the floor. Wave off the basket. They need to get him going. They've done a nice job, Webster City has, against Joe Bowen. 3-ball from the near corner. Nick Madsen missed it. And Webster City comes up with a rebound. John Hill nearly lost it. Nick Madsen with the ball. Now it's on the deck in the near corner. Madsen calls a timeout.
Intense, these guys might tee him up.
We don't need that. 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Webster City's got it under their own basket. They're down by 7. Nate Tribal to inbound it. And off the inbound play is blocked. Sean Biggins got blocked by Tanner Gould. Matt Birdie, 2 seconds, 1 second in the lane.
On the other
end. Put up
end.
a shot. He got fouled. Birdie at the line. He hit, and he doesn't do it. Misses right. Joe Bowen off the follow. He doesn't hit, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So the Wildcats had a 9-point lead at the break. Webster City creeps within 1 of that. Wildcats have the ball to start the fourth and final quarter. They're up by 8. Gould's got it in the near corner. He threw it away. Nope, Matt Birdie gets it back. Finds Nick Nielsen. Nielsen partially blocked, missed the shot. Joe Bowen on the follow. He hit it. That's his first bucket. And the second half, he's got 6. 42-32. Cats back on top by 10. 7:35 to go. Nate Tribal working off a screen. Now looking for a back door. It's tipped out of bounds. Inbounds pass goes to Jesse Ogg. We haven't seen Ogg a whole lot in this ball game. Sean Biggins with it. Starts the offense to the right side, and Tribal. It's guarded by Dylan Humberg, who's out there for the Wildcats. Now with the ball, Sean Biggins in the near corner. And over to Nate Tribal. Pump fake, put up a shot, he hit it. Nate Tribal gets a big one. He's got 14 points.
Yeah, Nate Tribal, a good penetrator. That's what he does. He goes in, stops, tries to draw you to him, and if you don't come to him, he'll pop that little 10-footer.
Well, he had a little contact, but they're going to say it was a walking violation. That's 7 turnovers for Humboldt. Now the ball on the deck. Full court press by the Wildcats. A jump ball. Finn Barnes to inbound the ball. Again, full court press by the Wildcats. Man-to-man defense. 6:50 to play in the fourth quarter. 42-34, Cats on top. Tribal across the 10-second line, guarded by Dylan Humberg. Nearly lost it, trying to do some fancy work with the ball. Now Ogg will take it from the far corner. He can't hit it, just a little off the mark. Birdie comes up with a long rebound. 6:35 to go. Nielsen at the top of the key. Starts the offense to Gould in the near quarter. Back to Nielsen. Out of Matt Birdie, left elbow. Blocking the baselines, Tanner Gould with the ball to Nielsen, guarded by Tribal. Nielsen dribbles left, beat Nate Tribal off the dribble, lead. He's got 8 points, make it 9, he hits his first. got a second one on the way, and he hits that one too, and that's only because I laid off. He's 2 of 2. Cats in the second half from the free throw line, a perfect 5 of 5. Now Tribal loses it out of bounds on the far sideline, a turnover.
You gotta like the fact that they're creeping up and yet you're running away from them. They creep up and yet you run back away from them again.
Wildcats always seeming to have an answer. Nick Nielsen's got the ball for the Cats. Over to Nick Nielsen on the left wing. Skip pass goes to Nick Matson. He'll take it from the far corner. That one rimming out. That one went down and came back out. Matt Birdie, offensive rebound, putback. Good work by Birdie. He's got 15 to lead all scorers. 46-34. Cats with their biggest lead in this ball game. 5:45 to go in this game. Og has it in the near corner, working against the 2-3 zone. Skip past Nick Nielsen, battling for it. Almost came up with a steal. Instead, it's Ethan Barnes dribbling to the rack.
We'll just keep putting him up the free throw line.
Well, it makes this one goes 1 of 2. It's 46-36. Cats on top, 5.5 to play. Matson across the 10-second line. Starts it to Matt Birdie on Tom Bacon all alone. Avoids the first one block from behind. Joe Bowen right there for the cleanup. He's got 8 points. 48-35.
And once again, Humboldt back quickly to stop that fast break of Webster City. Boy, Lynx are trying to run the court, but we're doing a dynamite job shutting them down.
Alex Davis, actually no, that's Sean Biggins with it. Now, ball on the deck. Biggins recovers.
Yeah,
got the ball working against that 1-3-1 zone, and Mark Davis, the coach of Webster City, timeout. We'll be back with more Wildcat basketball after this. Sideline, Alex Davis with it. We'll start the offense working against a 1-3-1 zone by the Wildcats. Tribal in the near corner picks up his dribble. Now to Peterson, back to Tribal. Looking inside, a tough bounce pass to Van de Zandt. Skip pass goes to Davis. He'll take it from the left wing, and he hits. Good shot by Alex Davis. That's his first bucket in the second half, a big one. The second 3 of the game, he's got 6.
Well, and Tribal, Davis, and Peterson, all 3 checked in during that timeout, but while they were sitting on the bench, Humboldt did a nice job getting the lead and keeping it.
And it's Joe Bowen, avoids the defender, loses him, gets an easy deuce. He's got 10 in double figures. 50-38, Cats on top. 4:15 to play. Skip pass goes to Peterson, left wing. Now inside the free throw lane. Kicks it down inside for Roberts. Avoids the defender, but missed the shot long. Battled for it, and Van de Zandt hits it to improve their record to 4-4 on the year going into Christmas break. Webster City on a full court press. Man-to-man defense. Matt Birdie dribbles it up. And the Lynx will try to get a half-court trap. They get it in the corner to Nick Nielsen. He gets it out to Tom Benkin. Now he's on the baseline. And a whistle and a tie. Birdie with the ball. The inbounds play goes to Nick Nielsen. 3:50 to play. Lob pass inside. Nick Nielsen hammers it down.
Lob play to Nielsen, and he took it home.
Beautiful play off the timeout. Nick Matson found Nielsen a perfect alley-oop. Nielsen. It's a beautiful execution. Coach Ornis called the timeout, drew up that play, and they get a big bucket. 52-38. That's an exclamation point. Mark Davis will take it from the far corner. He hits it. That's Alex Davis, rather. He's got 8 points. Not the coach, obviously. 8 points for Davis, and it's an 11-point advantage for the Wildcats. Matson across the 10-second line. Now to Nick Nielsen in the free throw lane. Kicks it outside for Benkin. Now down inside to Bowen. Quick pass to Matt Birdie. Reverse layup. He got it. Good luck from Bowen to Birdie. 17 points for Matt. 54-41. Cats on top big. They've done a nice job in the second half. Alex Davis will take another 3, and he hits it again.
That's 3 in a row.
Alex Davis, another big 3. He's got 11 points, and that's why he leads this team in 3-point shooting. He is absolutely fantastic, especially if he gets hot. It's 54-44. Webster City needs those 3s. Now a timeout will be called by Nick Madsen to play. It's the 32nd timeout. This time, Mike, I'm going to keep the far sideline. 2:43 remaining in this ball game. Birdie to inbound the ball to Nick Madsen. He'll hold it, dribble across the 10-second line. Webster City will look for a half-court trap. They thought about it. Now they pass it up. Bowen, a quick pass to Birdie. It was tipped. Otherwise, it would have been an easy lay-in. 2.5 to play. Lob pass goes inside for Birdie. Tipped out of bounds.
Here, they got to be careful now. One more foul. Well, actually, we're in the 1-and-1, so I don't look for him to start fouling just yet.
Joe Bowen went up for the shot, had it stripped, I like the quick passes the Wildcats are having. Nick Nielsen passed up an open three, looking for a better shot. Matt Birdie passed it up. And now at the inbounds play, it's Tom Binkin who makes it. He gets his first bucket of the ball game. He's got 2. It's a 12-point lead for the Wildcats. 2:11 to play. Bounce pass inside. Alex Davis missed the layup. He had a back door. Nice pass from Tribal, but couldn't finish. That's a tough shot for Davis, trying to go over a couple of taller Wildcat defenders. Nick Madsen bounce pass across the 10-second line. Tom Binkin in the near corner. Back out to Madsen. $1:52 to play. Wildcats trying to hold on. They've got a 12-point lead over Webster City. Binkin with it. Now to Nielsen. Nielsen, a bounce pass, nearly lost it. Nick Madsen recovers in the near corner. I like Madsen. Doesn't get in a hurry, not worried about that double team, and now whether the Wildcats make free throws or miss them. Brent Lindquist checks into the ball game, and Matt Birdie misses that one. Coming down with the rebound is Ethan Barnes. Tribal, a long pass goes to Alex Davis. He'll take a three from the near corner. He missed it short, got a hand in the face. On the other end, it's Lindquist. He'll slow it up. Could have had a one-on-one. Instead, a good decision by Brent Lindquist. Slows the ball up. Nick Madsen to Lindquist on the right wing. Bounce pass, and it's tipped out of bounds by Tribal. Wildcats 4, Cats on top. Just over a minute to go. Nick Nielsen with it. And I had Joe Bowen, and they do foul him. Carl Peterson will pick it. That's happened in the last 3 games. First free throw on the way, rather. Second free throw coming for Joe Bowen, and he hits that one too. Good-looking stroke from the big guy. He's got 12 points in the ballgame. It's a 14-point advantage for the Wildcats. 60 seconds to play. Nate Tribal pulls up from 6 feet. He missed it long. Peterson skies for the rebound. Puts it up off the window. Didn't hit it. Joe Bowen called. Peterson, first free throw, second one coming. And he hit that one too, right through the net. He's a perfect 5 of 5. He's got 7 points. Long pass goes to Nick Nielsen. Challenge.
And John Hill getting down there to cause him some trouble.
Well, something tells me that Nick might have been looking for a dunk. I could be crazy, but I think he might have been looking for the flush.
Color me surprised if he went for that.
First free throw on the way from Nielsen. He missed it. Joe Bowen and Matt Birdie take a seat for the Wildcats. Get a bit of a standing O for a nice performance. Tanner Gould, Dylan Humberg come back in for the Cats. Madsen, Lindquist, and Nick Nielsen at the free throw line also. He made the second.
There you go.
That one rolls around and falls through. He's 3 of 4 from the foul stripe. 59-46. Cats on top. 45 seconds to go. Screen and roll goes from Peterson. He kicks it outside. A 3-ball for Biggins. He hit it. Yeah, he's got 5 and a timeout taken by Coach Davis of Webster City. A 10-point game. Cats on top. Webster City needs a bit of a miracle with 40 seconds left to go. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more Wildcat basketball after this. Stop screwing around. Rather, or life, whichever. 59-39, inbounds pass goes inside. Humberg tips it out of bounds. Webster City.
It's of our lives right here.
Never give up. That's a good way to look at it. Alex Davis off the inbounds play. He'll pull up, and he missed the shot from 18. Nick Madsen comes up with a long rebound on the far sideline, dribbles across the 10-second line, fouled from behind. Points in the first half. Last game he finished with 7. Tonight he had 8 in the first half, finishing with 8 unless he hits some free throws here. So kind of first half guy as far as scoring goes. Maybe it just settles down, and that's when I can just go ahead and tell myself to be quiet.
There you go. There you go. Nick's a very good foul shooter, and it's good to have him at the line.
Well, I haven't been to the free throw line a whole lot this year, just a couple of times, but he sinks both of them right there, and that's exactly what you got to do late in the ball game. 31 seconds to play, 61-49. Bounce pass goes inside a back door to Carl Peterson. He hit it up off the window. He's got 9. Long pass goes to Tanner Gould, and he'll slow it up. Had a 2-on-1 break, decides to slow it up. Brent Link against Eagle Grove, led by 1 with a couple minutes left last week. Then lost that game 57-50. Tuesday, they lost a close one to Bishop Garrigan, 54-53. So it's nice to bounce back with a win going into the break. Second free throw coming for Brent Lindquist. He's got 3 points. He can't make it 4.
Oh, nice job by Tanner.
Gould comes up with an offensive.
Westry now into the ball game for the Cats.
61-51. Nick Nielsen will take a seat. He had a solid night, 13 points. John Hill dribbles inside the lane, it's taken away, gets it right back to Tribal. He'll take it from 28, and he hits it.
That was NBA three-point play there.
Nate Tribal, his second three, and that'll do it for this ball game. So Webster City closes, makes it a little bit closer than what it actually was, 61-54.